Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another cast with Trend following Tyson. So it's all about the big move. It's all about staying in the trend. It's all about watching. Let's go from. We got to take the signal that says the trend's in play. When we notice a trend in play, we take the signal, and it's all about letting those big points add up. All right, and I'd like to add something on that. Trading is like a business, so you can sell tires for a living, you can sell burgers, you can have a business of selling donuts, you can have a business of selling gas, you can have a gas station, you can have a superstore. We're in the business of buying and selling stocks. It's still a business. You can still log into your portfolio or your iPad or your iPhone or whatever instrument you use to trade your stocks, and you can still make money every day for yourself. That's what a business is you're buying and selling or barter, some type of a barter system that you're doing for yourself. If you own a business, you're in business for yourself. You're not working for anyone. Okay. Trading is the same thing. It's a business. You're trading the profits. You're doing it for yourself. So let's make the best business practice we can be. Okay. McDonald's and all these other people, they have business practices that they stick to for some time, and the menus and stuff change a little bit, but the same things stay there, the same principles stay there, and that's what makes them what business that they are. Okay, so let's be good businessmen and good businesswomen, and let's do good trading, okay, and have good business practices. With that being said, let's take up a quote from Bruce Kavanagh, billionaire trend follower Bruce Kavanagh. And let's see what we got here as we taking signals, and we're long quite a few different stocks in our portfolio. What should we be doing? We should be sitting tight when those stocks are going from 2 to 10, or from 10 to 35, or from 20 to 100. Okay, so let's sit in the big move, and it's going to take some resilience. One thing I like to also say about trend following is it builds you this guts, it builds you this resilience. And speaking about resilience, let's take up something from Bruce Kavanagh, and who also was a student of Michael Marcus. Michael Marcus taught me one other thing that is absolutely critical. You have to be willing to make mistakes regularly. There is nothing wrong with it. Michael taught me about making your best judgment, being wrong, making your next best judgment, being wrong, making your third best judgment, and then doubling your money. So let's be resilient. Let's follow the process. We might be wrong 5 out of 10, but those 5 are going to pay for 2 of those 5 are going to pay for those 5 losers, and those other 3 are we're just going to truly compound our compound our profit. So beautiful stuff from Bruce Kavanagh. I'd like to take up something else from Bruce. That's something on risk management. I just have one other thing that we'll take up, and then we'll jump into the trend picture. And it's place your stops at a point that, if reached, will reasonably indicate that the trade is wrong, not a point determined primarily by a maximum dollar amount you're willing to lose. A lot of people, rookies, a lot of amateurs, and a lot of traders, unknowingly traders, or whatever the case may be, are placing stops at a point of their maximum dollar. If you're a trend follower, you're not trading for your maximum dollar. As you guys know, we're trading with very risk wagered position sizing. Our position sizing is very risk measured around a risk, a very tight risk managed position size. Okay, so we're don't place your stops at a point that says, okay, this is the most I'm willing to lose. If you're following the trend, you should be stopping yourself out where it says the trend is incorrect. Okay, so beautiful stuff from Bruce Kavanagh, billionaire trend follower Bruce Kavanagh. And we'll get into the trend picture now. A lot of stuff looking really well. A lot of entries we should be taking. A lot of really good things going on here. And let's just continue to rock. So APPS, I think I showed you guys this thing. What I was leading to my point is, see this breakout point here at 220. You need to take these signals, these kind of signals, these breakout points, right? You need to sit tight. All right. You need to sit tight and let these moves develop. So as you see this thing kind of parabolic, but a red day here, this thing didn't just go up in a straight line. I mean, it had some candles that pull back, so still setting higher highs and highs. All right, so Ah, man, beautiful stuff on APPS. I like that for long now for continuation. I would just take that thing now, see how far that ride goes, see where the markets open up and see what happens with that. But catch a ride on that. A lot of times I say stock trend following is kind of like just you have a ticket for a bus, right? And you know a bus is coming on a stop. You're just giving the driver your ticket, and you're just trying to catch a ride on that bus to wherever it's going to your next destination. Okay, so APPS looking really, really wonderful. All right. I have some other stuff here. We're going to get down to the bottom of where we should be and where we should not be sitting tight. And a lot of these moves we don't want to get away from us. AQUA looking damn good. Look, curling at the bottom of this, showing us a lot of space here, a lot of upside. If you're looking from a risk management or risk reward scenario, look at what we're risking on the bottom here, and look, we're barely starting to get rolling. So we're talking about a trend. We're talking about things barely getting moving, a bus barely starting to move, a trend barely starting to take its place. Before this thing starts taking back all this chart, it's going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be damn worth it. This thing already taking back a lot of space, and like I told you guys last week on AQUA, the breakout point was here, and you should have been buying, okay? And here we are already filling back into this pullback, this red candle here. So AQUA already pulled back into this whole price action, already reversed back into this whole drop here. Beautiful sign, and that thing is on the move. I like that thing for a long now. And put your stops below this point here at $12. It should be holding that level up there, okay? Remember I said place your stops at a point where the trend indicates that it's wrong, all right? Not your maximum dollar point. Right there we should be holding price. LCI looking a lot like AQUA, kind of recorrecting itself down here. Like I told you guys, look, we're already down here. Price action has already corrected through this space here, all right, at 620 something and some change, and it's already on the move. You guys are late on that. LCI looking like just looking really, really well. Already hit that 200-day moving average, guys. Already hit that 200-day moving average. Beautiful stuff on LCI. BSTI, something about its best, all right. See, it looks really good as well. All right, starting to take back some of this chart, a little bit more pullback, giving you a chance to get in there, but price action already sitting at these levels. I like this thing for a long now and see how much of this chart's going to take back. A lot of these things that we're looking at is going to be showing us some nice upside versus where we're at on the chart now. If prices were to start reversing and taking back a lot of charts, but as you see, a lot of these things taking back a lot of chart as it is now, as it is already. EMPH, this thing was just one hell of a damn trade for me some time ago. Let's just take a look at the 5-year really quick to see why we're looking at this thing. So as you see on the 5-year, where we doing? Prices have already curled. I took a long way back here, guys. Way back at 2 something. Way back, and this was in 2018. Took a long here and rolled this thing. You guys remember this thing from the show. So here we are. Already covered this whole space already. Our last highest high, we've already rounded all the way through it, and this thing's just a beast, okay? So ain't no telling what this, look how much we've already taken back from down here. So out of all the stocks we were looking at, they look like, if we were to look at them now, LCI and AQUA and some of the other ones, we were looking at them on the chart, they're kind of like in this space. They're showing signs that they want to make this kind of a move and start taking back a lot of this chart over here to the left. So EMPH already taken back half of this chart. Huge sign with this thing jumping over this, setting candles above this 709. Man, this is major on the yearly time frame. That thing looks wonderful. EMPH just came back as a beast. Look at where we're at on the chart, guys. Over sitting on top of this, already got some candles closed and opened up above this thing here, green and red, already closing and opening price action already and digested those levels there. Oh my God, beautiful stuff on the EMPH. CNDT conduit, bottom of the chart. All right, start prices have clearly reversed. Let's see how much this thing is going to take back. I like this thing for a long now. Let's stop ourselves out below this block here where prices have consolidated and kind of indigested prices. They should be holding up here below 1275. Okay, CNDT looking wonderful, has a lot of upside to take back. You see this large red candle, we could start chewing back. Prices can already start reversing through this whole space that it was denied. All right, price actions in the reversal. No need to question price, just follow price. And remember, let's have some resilience, guys. All right, let's have some resilience for these things. CRMD. All right, just all right. Let's see what happens here. You could possibly take a long on this thing, as you see it just kind of winding back and forth there. But CRMD looking good at the bottom of that thing. All right, really good stuff going on there. CRMD, CSLT. This thing looked it really good the last time I saw it. Let's see how we're looking here. Whoa. All right, from a risk to reward standpoint, we're at the bottom, kind of taking back some. Took back 1/4 of this chart already. Could take out back about 3/4 of this chart. So still some room to go over that 200-day moving average, guys. Remember, we're doing this thing on a 365 days. 365 days inside this yearly time frame. So of course this 200-day moving average is going to be where price is actually crossing at. Okay, so this 200-day moving average, price is already crossed over it, looking really damn good on CLST. Don't know how much of that chart we're going to take back. Remember, just give the bus driver your ticket, guys. EPZM. Man, this thing looks damn good. This thing looks damn good. It's already taken back. Prices have reversed, and we've already started taking back a bunch of this chart. Already, we've taken back more than 1/4. We've taken about 2/4 of this chart, almost half of this chart back. All right, already. So 200-day moving average, we're already above it. The 220 crossing, and god darn it, we look really good. I like that thing for a long now. You're kind of late, guys. You're late taking these longs, but I mean, look at that trend. You can't deny what a trend. When you see it there and it's on the move, just give the bus driver your ticket. And let's give this see how far this rocket's gonna go. We're over the 200 on EPZM, looking really darn well. FNKO, one of my better looking things from last year. Let's see how we looking, because when this thing gets going, it gets moving well. Look at this. I was trading this thing back here, guys. Back here, start taking entries on this. In this area, this is my favorite pattern, this little lift off thing here. And when I noticed this here, I said, good dog, we got long, and man, we took a huge ride up here. Prices have declined. We took our longs when prices, we took our yeah, believe me, guys, we did ride this thing all the way up. If you'd like to go back and track the show, be my guest. We rolled this thing up, and we were bringing it to you guys every day on this show. So rolled this thing all the way up here. When it started to climb, we took our profits, and then look, here we are now. When I said this thing gets going, it gets going. There it is. FNKO starting to move back already. Prices have reversed from this downtrend back into an uptrend, already over the 200-day moving average. That thing is a really good stock when it gets moving. FNKO for continuation. IGT. Man, that was a huge winner from last year. FNKO was. All right. IGT kind of reversing. Prices starting to reverse here. All right. Prices starting to reverse. A clear bottom here. Prices having higher highs, higher lows. All right. Here we are. Knocked out this higher high. Knocked out this one. And prices are up here, getting ready to knock out these. This is going to be a clear sign, guys. Over 17, over 17.25, over 17.15. Man, that thing looks good. I like a long on that now for continuation. Go ahead and stop yourself out where the trends say it may be incorrect, which will be about 15. Below 15, we start getting worried. Why are we closing below 15? All right. So other than that, business as usual. We got to clear. Remember, we're staying with the trend. We're not trading ourselves out of it based on a dollar amount. If you place your position size based on a dollar amount, you're going to want to wiggle out every time. We're not trading on a dollar amount, guys. We're trading with the trend. Okay. So base your dollar amount. First, you find where the stop's going to be based on the trend. Then you put your dollar amount into that, what your position size would be based on your risk management, which should be 1%. Okay, DBD looking really good. Man, this thing, I just hated myself. Oh my God, I just hated myself, guys. I don't know if I showed you guys this thing or not, but I was absolutely looking to take a long. I really hope I showed you guys this DBD. I was really looking at this area. I said, good Lord, this thing looks wonderful. I like it long at it for it now. This is when it was right in this area. It was right inside of here. It was here before this green candle popped up, right inside this area. And I said, good Lord, I like this thing now. And when the markets opened up, this thing opened up here, and I said, good Lord, I missed it. Shows you guys, take your longs when price shows what it's going to do. And a lot of people say that trend following gives, sometimes you may be right or wrong 5 out of 10 times, but in my opinion, you get a better chances working in your favor because you're actually working with the trend. So prices, if you're noticing a trend, more than likely, look, you're noticing a trend like this, more than likely, if you start taking longs and prices start coming up to certain levels, more than likely the trend is going to work in your favor. More than likely times are going to work in your favor because price is already working out. Okay, so DBD, I felt to take along when I know but I've seen this thing, but it makes me feel good to understand. Look, we have the right idea. We're doing the right things, and the reason why is because I have a certain type of account. It gets tied up in cash. I gotta wait for it to settle. This, that, and the third. I can't just buy things and sell them when I would like to. When I'm working on that account, I've got a better one coming up. But anyways. Man, saw this thing in this area here. I said, good Lord, this is beautiful, and totally missed this whole move here. But it just feels really good when you know what the hell you're talking about and what you're doing, and you're placing yourself in some really good positions to make some really good profits and be on the right side of things in this market. Man, it just feels damn good. So we're just trend following our ass off. We're just trend following our ass off and doing the best we can, man, and staying with these big moves. So let's get to the next one. KRO. Cronus Worldwide. Price is clearly reversing. All right, don't question price. Let's just go with price. If price says it's reversing, let's not question it. Let's just get long, okay? Price is clearly reversing. The clear bottom here at 11. Boom, 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 boom. Price is digested and reverse, okay? Let's get long on it. I like it long now for continuation and put yourself out with a stop below 13, okay? LX, if I have anything I'm looking at, guys, it's going to be damn worth our time, all right? It's going to be damn worth our time. LX kind of looking the same, just reversing down here at the bottom. You can take a long on that thing now while it's kind of prices are digesting here to the side, kind of going sideways. Kind of wait for a close above this area here, 1030. But Jesus, you could set a buy signal at 1030 if you don't want to sit inside waiting all day long. Just set yourself a buy signal. When prices start moving, go back and check and see where we're at. See if that thing has started to get a move yet. And if you set a buy signal, set yourself an automatic stop below this area here. Wait a second. In the middle of this thing here, prices should be holding up, and it's probably going to be in the middle of like 950, 940, 935, okay? MNTA, price is curling, reversing. I like this thing. I really like the way this is looking. This is one of the better things on here. It's got a star next to it on my little pad here. So price is reversing, man. This looks wonderful. I like a long on this thing now. Let's stop ourselves out below this block of price action here, below the major support level, which is at 1250. So 1250, let's start wiggling ourselves out of there at below 1250, but that might just shake you and then head back for continuation. But below 1250, we got to have some kind of stops in there to understand what we're doing, okay? So MNTA looks good. Price is starting to round, and so many things that have rounded have just done so well, and I don't like to go against my best, one of my best little signals there. So VECO, let's take a look at VECO, see what we're going to do here. Prices starting to clear reverse here, guys. Remember, I don't like to wait all year long. When I would have taken this thing here. When I seen this thing close above, this was the major close. Remember what I told you guys about? Remember, see this high resistance level to the side? This resistance? All right, look, major candle because we're breaking out of it. Boom, right there. Okay, so don't question things. Just take them long when you're supposed to, all right? Don't listen to these guys on Twitter and stock tweets that, have to have these stupid answers for all. Just take your damn buy signals, all right? You can just set yourself a buy stop and limit order and just let price just take you into that thing, all right? Look at that. Remember I said, give the bus driver your ticket, say all aboard, and we get up and we go, all right? Beautiful stuff here. I would have bought it here at 920 when it was breaking out, but we kind of missed that thing, and it's just totally started running without us. I hate to see that, but here we go, guys. Take a long on that thing, see how much of this chart we're going to take back, approaching that 200-day moving average, and I would like to imagine this stock's not going to do all this work, take back that 200 for no reason, and then it's just illogical, okay? It's just highly illogical. Let's just go with what's going on, with what the market is showing us. GGAL, I'm long this thing. I took a long on this thing back here. I don't like to question price. I just wanted to find a good entry, and I found it when it was bouncing around back here. Okay, so I took an entry and I'm inside this big move, took it and enjoyed this whole thing up here. I'm almost up about almost 10 points, but let's see here. Here's the top 37. This thing started to deny it, and I started looking at the trend. I said, what are we doing here? Why are we're not actually denying anything? Look at the trend. This thing does have higher highs and it pulls back. Remember, you have to look back at the characteristics, the particular characteristics of your trend, and understand what the motion is inside your trend activity. So this thing does have higher highs and pulls back, higher highs, and it has these pullbacks where it slants, higher highs and it pulls back and it slants, higher, and we're slanting here again, and we're already over the 200-day moving average. I'd like to imagine that we're going to probably start bouncing and getting some green and some continuation here soon. All right, so just hold your horses. If you're long on GGAL, don't count that thing out. Thank you guys for coming here. Let's be good trend followers. Listen to these billionaires. I don't know how you guys think they got to be billionaires. Maybe they're sticking to a good process and they're, things are working. Start working in your favor, man. Have some resilience and yeesh, guys. Beautiful stuff there. I still have a light position in VIPS. Not having given up totally on it, but we have closed above this red line here, so I have a small position there, seeing what's going to happen with that. So let's try to make the best out of our career, man. Be the best businessmen that we can be and the best businesswomen that can be, and just have good trading rules and good trading criteria, and try to take these really big moves. When these stocks start saying we have a really good risk to reward ratio and a good portion of the chart we can take back, let's sit with these big moves and take some of this stuff back. That's why we say we're surfers, guys. These waves are scary. They're not like, we got to ride the big waves, but when we ride the big wave, it's going to be kind of creepy in there. It's going to get a little bit spooky. And these moves just don't go up in a straight line. If we're going to ride something from 2 to 100 and the chart showing us, hey, we can take back 80 points here. Let's sit tight. And let's do what we got to do, guys. Be good traders, all right? So good trend followers. See you guys here. Protect your ass, and let's sit inside these big moves and just mimic the greats, all right? See you guys shortly. See you guys next week. Enjoy the week. I think we may have a holiday coming up, but business as usual.